What's up, guys? It's Motoco here, and in this video I want to talk about some of the things that I missed in my first video concerning the update. Um, I realize that, there's a lot of information to cover. So the best way to go through this information is to go ahead and go into your help menu and go ahead and read through everything that you can on multiplayer. There is now a multiplayer option. I'm not sure if it was there previously, but it's definitely there now, so go give it a look. And it will tell you everything that you need to know about multiplayer. It's extremely useful information. Some of the more important pieces of information that I found so far is that stamina is not going to be depleted. Your multiplayer stamina is not going to be depleted. It's going to be kept separate. And it's not going to be depleted as long as you are not the leader of a party. Now, that's extremely important information. That means that you're going to be able to join other people's parties and play multiplayer non-stop continuously. And it looks as if one of the battles here is going to be pretty hefty on the stamina cost. Now, there is an option available that you can get double rewards from the fight if you enable stamina usage. So you can enable it, gain double rewards, and that will kind of help you through your farm. The problem I see with that is that if everybody turns that on, then there's not going to be very many open parties available for people to go through multiplayer. So at least initially, what I would suggest people to do is to leave that function turned off until such a time as multiplayer becomes popular enough to where there's a lot of different parties available and you can continuously farm multiplayer if you so choose. So there's a lot of different ways that you can form a party. One of the things that I want to kind of highlight here is the different roles. So here's where the different roles are. It's in tips and tricks for multiplayer. The breaker role is area ultimate charge normal attacks. So what does that mean? That means every time you use a normal attack as a breaker class, you're charging the ultimate gauge for everybody in your party. That's extremely useful. Your break power up means that your break power is going to be enhanced by 50%. So breaker classes already break pretty fast, but they're going to break even faster in multiplayer. So having one around is probably going to be a good thing. The attacker role is area damage up abilities. So every time an attacker uses an ability, they're going to charge the ultimate gauge for everybody in the party. So attackers are going to want to use abilities as much as they can, so that they're charging the party's ultimate gauges. They also have damage up, which means that they're going to get a flat 50% damage increase. So attackers are going to be your primary damage drivers. You have defender and healer. Defender is area element drives. So what does that mean? That means every time you drive an element, it's going to give resistances to everybody in the party. So knights are going to be extremely useful for the Ifrit fight because they can drive fire and give that to everybody in the party. Healers, area heals and boons is going to give all of your support cards to your support card effects to the entire party. So that's going to be extremely useful going forward. That means that Yuna is going to be a really great card to have. Keep in mind that the number of attacks and things that you get in multiplayer is limited, and you don't get near as many moves during the break round. When you break an opponent, your enhanced break moves is turned off, so you only get 2 break turns for these boss fights. And I'll show you that real fast. Here, if you go into the multiplayer decks menu and you click on auto, it shows you all of the auto abilities and gives you a detailed explanation of what they do. So this one is a break class, and it has the area charge normal attacks. That's how I figured out how this stuff works. So let me go into a fully unlocked class and show you. If you notice, the extended breakdown here is turned off, and that's going to be the case for all classes. So everybody is going to only get 2 break moves during a break. So what does that mean? That means that you're going to want to cultivate your orbs and plan for your breaks as much as you possibly can, and communicate to your party when you plan on sending the boss into a break. That way, everybody can kind of go ahead and get ready. There's going to be communication tools at your disposal and things that you're going to be able to use for multiplayer, and really be able to hammer those home. You have a couple of days to review this information in the multiplayer menu. I would definitely give all of this a good read through. Take some time and do that for yourself. It'll help a lot. So that's all I have for this video. There's definitely more to come. I just wanted to kind of highlight some very important things. I'm sure people had a lot of questions about that. So keep that in mind, guys, and I hope we have fun in multiplayer. I'll see you next video.